Hello students, your wait is over now. Here, the types of chemical reactions, the last part by me. We have already discussed the combination reactions and decomposition reactions in the first video, while the displacement and the double displacement reactions in the second video. Now all is left is the redox reaction. So now see what are the redox reactions. These reactions, as you can see by the name, involve both oxidation and the reduction reactions. Hence, they are called the redox reactions. Or we can say that in a chemical reaction, if there is the reduction, then obviously there will be an oxidation undergoing over there. Now let's see how you can identify what are the characteristics of oxidation reactions. Here I have already mentioned so many points and you can identify them one by one. The addition of oxygen. Of course, simply oxidation reactions involve the addition of oxygen. So, in this example, carbon reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. That means carbon gets oxidized to CO2. Again, in the second one, it is the removal of hydrogen. If from any substance hydrogen is removed, that means that substance is oxidized. In this reaction, as you can see, H2S reacts with bromine to lose hydrogen and change into the sulfur. So sulfur gets rid of hydrogen and thus we can say that sulfur is oxidized in this reaction. Third characteristic is the addition of any electronegative atom. As we have said in the first point, addition of oxygen. Oxygen always have minus valency, -2 valency. So its nature is electronegative. So similarly to oxygen, if any other element, any other ion which is having the negative charge is said to be the electronegative atom. Now in this reaction, as you can see, sodium reacts with chlorine to form sodium chloride. Chlorine also possesses -1 valency, so it is electronegative in nature. And in this reaction, sodium gets oxidized by chlorine. Similarly to the removal of hydrogen, hydrogen has positive charge. So any other ion having positive charge will be said to be an electron. Here in this example, you can see sodium chloride gets electrolyzed to form sodium and chlorine. In the compound, chlorine was accompanied with sodium which is having the positive charge. Now it has been removed from chlorine and thus the chlorine gets oxidized in this reaction. Again, just have a look at the third reaction. Sodium changes to sodium chloride. You already know in the elemental state the charge is 0, but when the atom combines with the other atom, it acquires some charge. So in this reaction, sodium gets converted to sodium ion or it acquires a positive charge by losing an electron. So loss of electrons also is known to be the characteristic of the oxidation. In this reaction, sodium loses the electron to chlorine. That means sodium is oxidized in the reaction. Now the reduction is simply the opposite of the oxidation reactions. Let's see now. First one, there was the addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen. But in the case of reduction, it is the addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. So the example for addition of hydrogen is carbon combines with hydrogen to give methane. That means carbon gets reduced by the addition of hydrogen. Similarly, when the oxygen is removed, so zinc oxide reacts with carbon to form zinc and carbon monoxide. So oxygen is removed from zinc, hence zinc is reduced. Similar to hydrogen, the addition of any other electropositive atom is also the sign of the reduction. The same reaction I have taken over here. There, if you again see it, in this case, sodium gets oxidized by the addition of chlorine. While here I have mentioned that chlorine gets reduced by the addition of electropositive sodium atom. Again, fourth example, removal of any electronegative atom. When sodium chloride is getting electrolyzed, it changes to sodium and chlorine. That means chlorine was oxidized while now sodium gets reduced. Again, the electronic concept, the loss of electron characterizes the oxidation reaction. That means the gain of electrons is a sign of the reduction reactions. In this reaction, if you clearly observe over here, chlorine gains electrons from sodium. That means chlorine acquires negative charge. It becomes Cl negative, and thus we can say that chlorine is reduced in the reaction. So in all these reactions, we see that simultaneously oxidation and reduction reactions are going together. This is the graphical representation of the overall result of the redox reactions. Here also you can see A and B both were having the zero charge, but when the reaction is taking place, A loses the electron to convert into A positive. That means oxidation of A is taking place while B is gaining the electron and getting a negative charge. So in the reaction, B atom is reduced by the gain of electron. Now some examples of the redox reaction. They are mutually dependent, because if one substance is getting oxidized, another one will be getting reduced. So in the first reaction, copper oxide reacts with hydrogen to lose oxygen to hydrogen. That means copper oxide gets reduced while hydrogen gets oxidized to water. So here again, if copper is giving the oxygen to hydrogen, hydrogen is accepting the oxygen. Similarly, in the second one, ferric oxide is losing its oxygen to hydrogen. So here it is the reduction of the Fe3O4 while hydrogen is getting oxidized to water. Now when these reactants are giving out the oxygen or accepting the oxygen, that means they are behaving as an oxidizing agent or the reducing agent. So the substances which undergo oxidation reduces the another substance, and thus it is known as a reducing agent, while the substance which gets reduced or oxidize another substance is known as the oxidizing agent. For example, in copper oxide plus H2, copper is giving its oxygen to hydrogen. That means it is being reduced. Since it is giving the oxygen, so it is behaving as an oxidizing agent for hydrogen. While hydrogen is accepting the oxygen, that's why it is behaving as a reducing agent for copper oxide. So if you are asked which substance is being oxidized, it is hydrogen. Which substance is being reduced, it is copper oxide. But which is the oxidizing agent, it is copper oxide, and which is the reducing agent, it is hydrogen. So that's all about the oxidation and reduction reactions. Please like this video and subscribe it, and in the next video we will meet again with the applications of the oxidizing and reducing agents. Thank you.